Just kidding. That was for Seth in there in the other room. Shout out to Coen C. Coen, your armor models are amazing, and your tigers are just all that and more. I watch your builds, and I wanted to shout out to you. And because of you, I'm going to attempt to do a 1/72nd scale Hasegawa Tiger 1 Alps E late model. So let's see what's in the box. Let me tell you, Coen, when you do your what's in the man cave on the shelf, and you say, this was an older build and I'm not happy with that anymore, it was up to my par then but not now, let me tell you, if I could build an armor model that looked like the ones that you're not happy with anymore, I would be quite a happy man. I would have accomplished something. Okay, as you see, I just unpackaged it. Here we have our instruction manual. A little bit of Japanese and English background on the tiger. Instruction manual seems to be quite simple. Doesn't look like there's going to be any difficulties there. Sprue layout, but it really doesn't tell you what anything is or where it is. And we flip it over here on the back. Gives some examples in black and white of camouflage patterns, whatnot, for the tank itself, and I guess if you want to make your tank commander an SS tank commander, plenty of reference material on that outside of this. And the decal callouts, looks like there's an option for one, and looks like it is SS Panzer Abteilung 101. I'll have to consult my reference to see who that was and where they were and what they were doing and who they tore up. Because you know, if they were driving a Tiger, they were tearing people up. Alright. Rubber band tracks. Watching a lot of tutorials on how to make these work. No detail on the underside with the exception of the teeth. Alright, that's fine. 1/72nd scale. On the outside of them, they look fairly nice. They're a little wrinkled, but that's cool. Again, the tutorials that I'm watching about these will help me, and got the pigments and whatnot, going to muddy them up a little bit to hide the fact that there's not a lot of detail. So, and of course an uncovered decal sheet. We have various numbers to make different tanks. In what appears to be, was supposed to have been white, looks like it's aged quite a bit, and then in red. And Coen, I will do my research to see who drove these tanks and where. Try to make it accurate like you do. First piece of plastic we got, turret parts. Gun mantlet. That looks like it'll break easy. Wheels, wheels, and more wheels. Amazingly enough, I think that, I don't know if you can see that or not, but there's very nice detail on these wheels. Happy with that. Of course, the ones that are going to be layered in behind, the way the Tiger suspension was, do not have a lot of detail. Sprocket, halves, the inside, no detail, front or back. The outside of the sprocket, there is detail there. Again, I don't know if you can see it, but it's there. I think a lot of washing and perhaps some dry brushing will bring that out. And we go on. Strangely enough, okay, I see. We have the option for. Hold it still, baby. My daughter's filming this for me. We have the option for 2 types of turrets with different cupolas. Gonna have to check into Coen's website to see what's what, and also my books. 2-piece gun, or is it? No, it's a one-piece gun with a 2-part mantlet, which will be nice. I think I can make that work. Again, second option, we got your rear plate, turret sides, various bits and bobs that look like I could break very easily. And on this sprue we have the hull, the lower hull. No detail on the bottom. Well, there's some slight detail, but who sees the bottom, right? The upper hull, nice detail on that. I think I'm going to have to do a lot of washing and dry brushing to bring out those grills. I don't have photo etch, and I'm not going to invest in it. Unfortunately, pre-molded tools and whatnot, but we can make them stand out with all the excellent tutorials that you guys put out there that are helping me along. Again, not much detail there on the front. I'm hoping there's a piece somewhere that goes on the front. I haven't come across it yet to bring out the detail, but if not, I have reference materials and I'll try to do some scratch building. But overall, pretty cool. Of course, the sides of the lower hull, lots of sink marks, which will need to be filled. No big deal. Very little detail, but the suspension arms are there. And in this scale, like I said, with a little bit of mud and proper weathering, it won't be much of an issue. And you can see the underside of the upper hull is just pockmarked with all kinds of imperfections, but nobody will see that. And of course we have the fenders, or the fender skirts, whatever they may be called. They're definitely not skirts, and I know that, but I think with these, with inspiration of Coen, I'm gonna cut those apart, maybe have some missing, battle damage them a little bit, try to do the best I can with this. So Coen, I hope when I'm done with this and you check it out, you approve, and I'm gonna look for obviously some decent 1/72nd scale tank commanders, although I'd like to get a crew on there, maybe some guys setting on the Tiger itself. Being late war, there's no Zimmerit detail added. I don't know if I'll be brave enough to try that, but I might. Who knows? Time will tell. Can't promise you when I'll build this, but it's on the list. I gotta finish those crazy figures that I started too many. Sorry about that. I'm overwhelmed with them. And we'll just throw this back in the box. And old Git Mick, I agree with you. Kind of like the working with smaller scale stuff you had mentioned in your last review for the Fall of the Reich group build, sponsored by Panzerman 36, that you prefer to work in 1/48 scale or 72nd or 76th scale. This will be my first attempt at something this small. Back when I was a kid, I used to build numerous 135 scale kits, and I have some in there. I also have a 1/48 Panzer III that I have great plans with, and I can't wait to start that, and I think you guys will be happy with it. There is a 1/48 scale set of Russian scouts slash tank killers that was reviewed on Kitmaker Network. I found that they are available in the US by a company called Military Miniatures Warehouse. If anybody can advise me on where to find a cool 1/72nd scale tank crew, hard plastic preferably, and maybe some infantry. I've been looking at the Prizer 1/72nd scale military series, and they appear to be awesome on the internet. Of course, photos hide a lot and sometimes show more than you want, but they look great. Unfortunately, I cannot find a dealer in the United States that handles those or sells those. So if there's anybody out there, my friends in England, my fellow modelers in Canada, if you have access to those, would you help me? I would be willing to send you a money order and or a trade. Something I might have you may want. Let me know in the comments section. Thank you.